It's Monday morning. I'm just getting up. We had a super power failure sometime in the day. I'm not sure when. And welcome to my vlog. I'm not sure what time it happened, but currently, judging by this clock, the power's been out for 3 hours and 26 minutes. So I think it's about 11 o'clock right now, and that means the power failed at 7:30 this morning. Or at least the power came back at 7:30 this morning. Checked the time on this camera, and it says it's 11 o'clock, so see how accurate that is. Oh man, I woke up this morning, my back was on fire. I don't think I slept right last night or something, I don't know, but I'm going to try having a shower, see if that'll loosen things up inside, and then we'll get on with it today. Like I said, I want to do some camera battles with that Kodak, and then bring it back to Staples. So that's what I'm going to do, and we'll carry on with this day, because yeah, holy crap, I feel like hell today. Well, let's do this. Alrighty, we just got done doing the camera battles. I'm heading outside for a cigarette. Gonna take Scruffy, Fluffy, Poppy, Woppy with you. Spun much? Friggin' dog is nuts. Obviously you guys watched the vlog yesterday and you saw the big G.I. Joe mess up. Yeah, we'll talk about that when I get outside. So basically what happened yesterday was I forgot to run the timestamp script before I put the G.I. Joe thing in, and I had that stupid ripple effect turned on where if you cut a clip it'll automatically bring it back and join it. So needless to say, when I installed all the timestamps, it just pushed the G.I. Joe ahead, so I'm gonna have to be a little bit more careful or use another track for timestamps other than the one I'm using, and then that'll solve the problem. So yeah, I did all 3 of the camera battles, filmed, edited, rendered, done. They're on a pen drive waiting for deployment, so that's done. I can bring it back to Staples now. I'm probably gonna have a shower first, then get dressed, and then we'll head out, go to Staples, drop off the camera, and get 60 bucks back. I don't know what they're gonna do because I used a gift card, so I don't know if they're just gonna pack it all in a gift card and make me spend money there, or they're actually gonna refund me the full 60. I guess we'll find out when I go, eh? But even doing those camera battles, I'm like listening to the audio and it's like, are you for real? Every camera I put it up against, the Flip, the VPC PD2 by Sanyo, and even the Kodak ZI6 had better audio. The audio on that camera is just cocked. I don't know what the hell it is. Now, I could have received one with a bad microphone. That's a possibility, but highly doubtful. I'm just going to bring it back, you know. Still haven't heard from Kijiji, so chances are they were insulted by my offer, and they just chose not to respond back. I get like that too, you know, when I put something out there. When I put my Samsung cameras up, I was asking 75 bucks a camera, 100 bucks for both. And people were like, I'll give you $25 for the camera. And I was like, are you frickin' retarded? No. And I wouldn't even respond to those people. So chances are, but then again, she like, I'm assuming it's a she, wanted 150 bucks for the camera, and I only lowballed $30 off, you know. And comparing to eBay, that's about the price they go for, anywhere from $100 to $130. So I figured it was a fair lowball. It's not like I said, yeah, I'll give you $25 for it, you know. I'll give you a fraction of the price. Friggin' Oreo. He's just eating all the ice. Such a weird puppy. But yeah, I better have a shower and get ready. I gotta get into work soon. Drop that camera off and all that jazz, and then go from there. So, oh man, freaking tired today. I didn't sleep well. But yep, day 8 of 12. Yep, look at him, just burrowing. He's such a weirdo. Alright, I'm gonna head inside. Talk to you guys later. Alrighty, well, I had myself a shower and...
Hey, what's in the bag? I said, what's in the bag?
What's in the bag? What's in the bag?
Yeah, what's in the bag?
It's that Kodak camera I bought.
Why is it in the bag?
Oh, I'm bringing it back.
Why are you bringing it back? It was a nice camera.
Because it's a piece of shit. It's not the greatest. I'm not happy with it.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, you might as well bring it back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, piece of junk. Stupid Kodak.
I guess he sort of understands.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I just got the car warming up. We're going to roll out now. Still not sure what time it is. Still haven't set this clock. I hope that's not the real time. But let's roll out. Oogies and grinders. Alrighty, rolling off to the Staples. Send this bitch back. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I got Kijiji on that deal. They're not calling me back. They're probably really insulted with the fact that, you know, I'm looking for a deal or something. Who knows? A fair deal. I'm pretty sure brand new I can buy that camera for $200 from Sanyo's site. Yeah, girlfriend didn't go to work today. She's sick. I thought she slept through her alarm because, like I said, when I got up, the power was off. Are you shitting me? Oh, for fuck's sakes. Oh, looks like we're finding another way to Staples, boys. They always close that frickin' road. Pisses me off. Probably another water main that exploded, or that's probably the reason why the power failed, was whatever the frig happened over there. I think I can get out over here, open. I don't venture back here very often, so a lot of nice houses though. A lot of open fields too to build on. Yeah, this is the right street, okay. A lot of houses for sale too, and they're not selling because they're asking way the frig too much. And I mean that, way the frig too much. Like $375,000 for one of those houses. When there's no jobs in North Bay, unless you're working at Walmart or flipping burgers, there's not really much for high-end paying employment, or unless you start a successful business and make millions. But yeah, it's very, very expensive living in this area, which is why I lucked out when I bought my house, because my house was cheap. I only paid $100,000 for it. Sure, it's a friggin' pile, but it's the area I live in, which is nice. So once I get the mortgage down a lot more, my plan is to build a bay builder house, one of those modular homes where they just airlift the parts in or whatever, truck them in. It's so funny, I watched one go up the other, a couple of years ago. I watched one go up over by my parents' house. They put up a modular house, and it's like the longest part was zoning. Like they just had to tear down the old house, clean it all up, reinforce the foundation, do all that stuff, and then the next day the house was up. It was like like playing Legos. It was so fast. It was awesome. It's like the hardest part is prep. Once prep is done, they just truck in all the parts for the house, smash them together, bolt them together, whatever they got to do, and they're done. Friggin' house is complete. Looks awesome. Well, I was kind of worried today that I was going to get a call from my boss asking me to come and do overtime, because last week there wasn't a day when somebody didn't call in sick during the week, and then we got short shifted on the night shift. I was really expecting him to call me and say, hey, we're really short shifted today because we got our newbie working. Not sure what his name is, so it's probably going to be newbie for a while until I figure it out. But we got our newbie in. He's in training now, and hopefully he comes on the phone soon. And then the weekends will be back to normal. Everything will be good, and we can just transform and roll out, you know? I still have yet to walk on that bridge, that big green overhang. That would have been so useful when I went to school right next door here at Cité des Jeunes back in grade 8. We used to run across this highway, and then we tore a hole through the chain link fence to get to school, because the other way around was you had to come up this way and cross this big highway, and then you head down a couple streets to the left, and then you cut through the pathway in the back and you're at the school. But this route here took about 45 minutes, about 30 minutes to walk, and the other way took about 7. So obviously, you know, you don't want to leave right away. You don't want to leave when you got to be at school for 8 o'clock. You don't want to leave at friggin' 7 to be on time for school, you know, because, you know, you want to get to school and, you know, hang out with your friends for a bit before you got to go do the book learning. So you want to leave a little earlier, and if you got to go the long way, it sucks, and you go the short way, it's awesome. But it's also dangerous as frig. Sure enough, now they install that overhang, the walkway, and then they close down the old school. Sons of bitches. Yeah, that Cité des Jeunes closed down now. They're tearing it all down and shutting her down. Really upsetting. was a French Catholic school, by the way. Same with the elementary school I went to, which was St. Anne's. It was a French Catholic school as well. I was Catholic up till grade 8. And then I decided that, you know what? I've been hearing too much stuff in the news that was upsetting about the Catholic religion, mainly priests involving altar boys. And I was like, wow, I can't. I can't follow a religion like this. So I decided not to confirm my religion and went and just did my own thing. Not that I have anything against Catholics. You know, my whole family's Catholic. But I can't follow a religion where they allow that to happen with no repercussion. It bothers me to no end. But that's just my say on things, you know. There's enough jokes around about it, so what the frig, right? Alrighty. Big old Summit truckie blocking the way. What a dink. Oh, Staples. Welcome to Staples. Hello, I bought the camera and the camera is crap. I like to return and get money back now. Okay, thanks, bye. You know, one of those things. Holy frig, bro, where are you going? Oh, okay. Thought we were gonna joust there for a minute. I was all for it. I was about to drop my lance. Well, I didn't bring my lance. Forget it. I guess that's out. Alright, well, I'm gonna park behind the Matrix. I know it's a Matrix. I'm just dicking with you. And let's go get rid of this camera. Alright, peace out. Well, that was fun. Yeah, I went for a little strut around the store afterwards. Yeah, they returned it. They asked me, they're like, and your reason for returning the camera? And I'm like, the audio sounds like shit. I'm like, what do you mean? I said, there's a non-stop high-pitched whine in the video that no matter what I do, I cannot get rid of. And I can't afford to have that on my videos. Oh, yeah, we've been hearing that. What do you mean you've been hearing that? So, sure enough, they refunded me the money for the camera. Instead of putting it on a gift card, they just gave me the 60 and change, basically all the taxes back. And yay! Converted a gift card that they gave me free for being a customer there into money in my pocket that I could spend elsewhere. Smart consumer. Normally they don't do that, but this time around they friggin' did. But yeah, done like dinner, and it's only like friggin' 20 after 3, so this is just dicked. Don't really feel like heading to work because, well, frig, still got tons of time before I gotta be in there. Could go for a little cruise, I guess, you know, waste some gas. But so sure enough, after the transaction went down, I decided to walk around the store and do a little browsing. And over in the one section, they have the Kodak Playfuls on now with free 2-year extended warranty from Staples because they're all open, and they had like 7 of them there. 7 cameras, all open, previously returned because they're cocked. You know? So it's got to make you wonder about that camera now, right? Like, that's not a good sign when 90%, or actually when I went in there was 3 cameras left to buy. And now there's 9 of them and every package has been violated. So it's not really a good sign when that happens. Basically, it tells you flat out, this camera's cocked, stay the frig away from it. You know, it's no friggin' good. What really scares me is there was a bunch of ZX5s in there too that were previously opened. So, I'm gonna do myself a favor and steer clear of that one too. The one was like, customer return, reason, battery won't hold a charge. Then why the frig is it back on the shelf? If the battery will not hold a charge, you cannot replace the battery in the ZX5 unless you peel it apart, start desoldering lithium-ion posts and all that crap. Well, actually, it's not even lithium-ion, it's probably a lithium polymer battery in the friggin' thing. So unless you start like desoldering connectors and all that jazz, and somehow you miraculously find a replacement battery for a camera where they don't make a replacement battery because you can't friggin' replace the battery. Oh shit, I just cut off that truck. That's why signal lights are your friend. But yeah, it's like, okay, the battery won't hold a charge. So now this camera's broken. It's no longer a good camera. You cannot replace the battery, therefore rendering it useless. So don't put it back on the shelf. Send the sumbitch back to Kodak or wherever the frig they buy their crap. And holy red light runner. thanks. You guys saw that. They had the red. I was just getting the amber. Buddy friggin' ran the red. Twinus. But, yeah, that's what I said to my buddy. My buddy works there, and I was talking to him about it. I'm like, what the hell is this? And he goes, yeah, I've been getting a lot of complaints about these Playfuls. He goes, they weren't selling that well, and then when we had them on sale at Christmas time for $50, they sold out like right away, and 90% of them came back because people said the video quality was garbage and the audio quality was garbage. I said, yep, that's why I brought mine back. And he goes, oh, when'd you bring yours back? I'm like, right now. And he's like, really? He goes, what's the problem with the audio? So I explained how it whines and it sounds muffled and, you know, sounds like you're talking into a pillow. And he was like, holy shit. He goes, leave it to Kodak. Like, how can a reputable company like Kodak make a product like this? I'm like, bro, Kodak's going bankrupt. He's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, they declared bankruptcy, man. They're done. They're shutting down. It's game over for Kodak. He's like, but they used to be the best. And I'm like, yeah, back in the 35mm days. Once everything went digital, people started building better than Kodak, and Kodak just became a failed name. Just like Polaroid. Polaroid used to be the shit. Like, you know, take a picture, wiggle the friggin' picture, and you had your picture in your hand. You didn't have to bring it to no special photo lab and get it all friggin' processed and developed. It was just done, you know? But then the cost was the killer. Like, to buy the Kodak or the Polaroid film was expensive as frig. So nobody wanted to do that anymore. They were getting sick of it. Oh, look at all the people ice fishing out there. Holy shit. But, yeah, so, and he's like, wow. Then I told him, I said, what the hell is this Kodak ZX5 doing here? And he goes, what? And I'm like, battery won't hold the charge? That's why the customer returned? He goes, yeah. He goes, you know, we'll just stuff a new battery and be done with it. I'm like, you do realize the battery's internal, eh? It's a lithium polymer battery, a 1300 milliamp lithium polymer battery in that thing. And he goes, so what? Just open the door, pull out the old cell? But I'm like, there is no door. Like, it's an internal battery. He goes, they're all internal. I'm like, no. Physically internal. There is no slide out open door to pull the battery out. You got to disassemble the unit. Oh, really? I'm like, yeah, really. He's like, oh, I don't know this stuff. And I'm like, bro, this is your department. And he goes, yeah, well, cameras never were my forte. Yeah, he goes, all I know is you aim and press the button and take a picture. I'm like, no. A lot more to it than just that, bro. And he's like, yeah, maybe we'll pull this one off the shelf then. I'm like, yeah, I think you should. And it's such a shame, right? Because the Kodak Mini, was it TM2? I think it was, or ZM2, sorry. The ZM2 Kodak HD Mini. It was a great camera. It had great audio pickup, great video pickup. It worked great. The biggest flaw was the lithium polymer battery they used. That thing, for some reason, would go stale really, really fast. You'd be good for about a month, then the battery would stop holding a charge. And I've heard that, like when I did my review on my Kodak Mini TM1, or ZM1, I keep calling it the TM, that's the Panasonic's line. And when I did my review on the Kodak ZM1, the Mini 640x480 camera, within a month of doing the review on it, I had a whole metric ton of PMs asking me if my camera is still holding a charge. And I was like, well, yeah, why wouldn't it hold a charge? And they're like, well, I have the Mini HD and it's not holding a charge anymore. And I'm like, what? Why? That's friggin' messed up. So I looked into it, and apparently it's a major flaw. That's why they pulled that one. I think the only place you can buy it now is the Kodak store. And even there, I think it's been replaced with the new ZE1. Or ZE2, sorry. ZE1 was the playful non-waterproof. Which, mind you, apparently is friggin' awesome. Peppercat Keith, he's rocking that one right now. And he loves it. He says it's amazing. And the quality he gets out of his videos looks pretty decent, so... yeah, that camera's fine. Like, it's not a waterproof camera, so they don't have to go balls deep and try and secure every component to make sure that if the moisture gets in, it's not going to cock over the program. Where the waterproof cameras, they got to make damn sure that that thing can get saturated and soak the damage. Soak the damage. Funny guy. But, yeah. So... there's the issues there. So, yeah, I don't know. I was really disappointed with the Kodak. And then people were saying, check out the Bloggy Duo. And like, the Bloggy Touch had a lot of flaws in it. The Bloggy Touch was known for its autofocus on heroin. It would just literally sit there and start autofocusing like non-stop. Just, you know, if anything, you know what? I'm gonna go straight, I think, yeah. But if you did any sort of movement or anything in the background changed, the lens would re-autofocus, like non-stop. And I was kind of worried that the iPhone 4S was going to do that, because the same lens that's in the Bloggy Touch is in the iPhone 4S, that 8 megapixel Carl Zeiss lens. And I was kind of nervous that, you know, it was going to be a friggin' autofocuser. But sure enough, Bill's T-Max got one there, the iPhone 4S. He's been rocking it for videos here and there, and his videos are coming through pretty crisp. So what can I say? Maybe it's not a bad... maybe they fixed some things in it. Maybe it was just a software fault or a firmware fault or something along those lines. But as far as the Bloggy Touch, it was a pain in the friggin' pecker. I really didn't like that one. But the Bloggy Duo, maybe they fixed it, and then they got the Bloggy 3D, which I'll never touch. 3D's gonna die in the way of the Dodo soon. Besides, you know, do I really want you guys to have to go out and buy special glasses just to watch my friggin' videos? I don't think so. So, screw 3D. We'll stick it in 2D and hammer down, you know, until they make a 3D that you don't need a stupid set of glasses for. And even then, it's a blog. You don't need 3D for a blog. I'll leave that for James Cameron and Avatar and all that, you know. Well, it's really early and I'm at work. Awesome. So, guess I'll head her inside and meet the newbie and carry on with the day. So, peace out. Also, while I was at Staples, I bought a new hard drive enclosure. I bought just a simple little for, it's only USB 2.0, but that's fine. I don't have 3.0 on the new rig or on the old rig. But just for simple video editing and stuff like that, it'll do the job. I got a 500 gig 2.5 inch drive at home that came out of the Acer Timeline. So I'm going to stove that in that rig, and then I'll have a portable hard drive at home, which would be pretty awesome. So yeah, expect an unboxing video of that friggin' thing on the tech channel, because some people like those. So what the frig, right? Well, anywho, I'm going to head her inside and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Peace. Well, it's break time, so I came out for a cigarette. And you know, it's not every day that I mention a channel that I crawl across that's just completely superb. But seriously, there's a channel out there called Funker 530, and literally it's all the stuff about the Afghan war and so on and so forth, going back to 2008 and stuff. Just footage, war footage, raw war footage from guys knee deep in the dead. I'm talking about bombs going off like right beside them, and friggin' bullets hitting the end walls beside them, and oh man, it's crazy. Funker 530, guys. You want to check out a wicked friggin' channel? Check this guy out. Friggin' awesome. I'm gonna link him in the description below. Definitely go take a look if you want to see the kind of shit that these armed forces go through. This is like Canadian Armed Forces, British Armed Forces. It's just brutal. Like I subscribe to it. Crazy Logie actually found it first. He told me about it, and I was like, holy shit, this is intense. It's like firefights, and you know, they kind of keep it rated for YouTube, but it's borderlining, but it's pretty friggin' awesome stuff. Check it out, Funker 530, links in the description, and I'm gonna head her back inside. Remember, Funker 530, yeah. It's about 10 o'clock now. Well, it is 10 o'clock now. Hell, why am I saying the time? You guys can see the friggin' timestamp. Didn't bother filming anything on my lunch because it was snowing and blowing a lot worse than it is now. And this is pretty bad. So Crazy British Bloke drops a video mentioning the challenge. And now he has some winners and losers stuff. So the winner apparently, or the loser I should say, of the drink 3 and don't fall over in your own vomit, has to buy the winner a 2-4 of beer. And apparently vlog for a day with a sock puppet. I don't know if you guys can tolerate a sock puppet. Well, you tolerate Felix, so I guess that's pretty good. But gonna vlog for a day with a sock puppet. That's just cocked, but you know what? I don't back down from a challenge. Friggin' rights. I might have my own stipulations to add for the winner circle, just to sweeten the pot a bit. But they're still in the works. Don't worry, bloke. Don't worry. Nothing embarrassing. Maybe something that'll help you along the line. You never know. But just a little something that I'm cooking up my clients. You know, it does that from time to time. It thinks while I sleep, and then when it comes up with a solution, it drills it out to my to the frontal lobes, and then I see it. But yeah, all in all, it's been a pretty uneventful night, and I can't wait to get out of here and go home. I'm gonna do an unboxing video for that hard drive enclosure, and unboxing and configuration setup and all that junk. Just because some people don't know how to do that, and figure, you know what, I'll instruct him how to install a hard drive in an enclosure. Why not? Bring it. So, but yeah, bloke, definitely on for this challenge. It's gonna be kick-ass. Might have to do it in August. You know, that's if I can pull you away from the farm for a weekend or something. Yeah, that's right, I'm trolling. But, so if I can pull you away from the farm, there you go. But, it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. But like I said, August is when I have my time off, so probably head down there. We can get nice and rip-roaring sauced on the friggin' Maximum Ice. Chase it with some James Reddy, or if you want to do that Crest crap you had there, we'll friggin' slam some of that. Whatever. Maybe set up a camera, do a live show, get rip-roaring drunk, you know, whatever. Go to the grocery store, get some burgers, have some burgers, and just have a grand old time. We'll see. We'll see. But I gotta go back inside there. Friggin' camera. This metal camera sucks. Hands are freezing, so I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Peace. Well, it's friggin' snowing out still. It's midnight though, which you already know because you can see the timestamp. I gotta quit saying the time. Alright, hammer down and go home. Fun. All I can hear is my ABS thing going off. For sakes. Roads are ice slicks. Just that. But, so I decided tonight, I was bored at work. Weren't getting any calls. I'm like, well, maybe I'll jump on the One Pug Life. You guys see that? That guy's fog lights turned off and back on. That was cool. But I decided, you know, maybe I'll jump on the One Pug Life live show there and just listen in and see what's going on. That radio show they're doing on the Ustream. So I figured, you know, I better log in and get my account going and everything. Because, you know, I forgot my username and password, and ends up my username on there is Skaven, right on. So I forgot that my first live show I tried to do it through Ustream, but I didn't like it very much. So that's when we went to Blog TV, and yeah. So I get on the show, and the host was chatting with some girl, not sure who the frig she was. And sure enough, I log in, and they're talking about Pug's vocabulary and how it's all friggin' messed up. And, you know, it says instead of saying marijuana, it says Yasmin, you know, chooching the Yasmin or on the Yasmin and chooch and all that stuff. And she's like, I don't understand what it is. So I piped in and I said, well, if you want to understand more about the Pugisms, check out the Pugtionary, and I dropped the link. Well, the moment I did that, a bunch of people went, Skaven! Skaven's here! Oh my god, Skaven! Skaven! And she's like, what the hell's a Skaven? And so I piped back in and I said, well, that's my name, Skaven. Well, the friggin' host of the radio show's like, who cares what a Skaven is? Just call him dumb. And then I get banned. I got banned from One Pug Life's show. Like, are you for freaking real? So I couldn't get back on the show. I was like, you know what? Like Pug texted me and he's like, bro, what happened? What's this? You got banned? So I told him the story and he's like, oh, he goes, apparently they can't unban you because the show started. They'd have to restart something or something. I said, whatever. I'm like, I'm not too worried about it. I'm sure you're probably frapsing it or recording it or some shit. And I'm sure it'll show up on YouTube. So if I really want to watch it, I'll hunt it down. But no, I just like, are you for real? I got banned because some friggin' retarded skirt, and I use that term as in, I don't call all women skirts, I call skirts as in the blonde bimbo from the valley who fucking chews bubblegum like a son of a bitch and acts like a complete goof, has the education of a rock, you know, the streetwise, you know, the education of a sidewalk. That's what I use as a friggin' skirt. So, yeah, needless to say, because the skirt decided to say, what's a Skaven? You know, start a big fuss about it because another user came on there with a name that she didn't understand, had to make a big fuss about it. I get my ass banned. Like, are you for real? Wow, awesome. So, needless to say, I have no idea what the hell happened in that live show. So, whatever, I'm sure I'll get the lowdown of it from Logie tonight when we're on the Mumble, or from other people, you know. Really pissed off about that because I was like, oh, right on, I can, you know, it's not like I had to participate in anything, you know. If I'm busy, I could just listen to it and have it playing in the background, not a big deal, you know. It's just a a live broadcast, but it was more like a radio show because they weren't really, well, I don't know if they were showing anything. Pug One could have been on the webcam for all I know. It's just ridiculous. Like, seriously, kind of pisses me off. But, oh well, what's done is done. I don't use Ustream though. I find it's too glitchy and it's a piece of shit. I like Blog TV because it's never failed me, but I'm going to try out this new service because seeing how when we do the Blog TV ones, I usually like to have people around. There's this new one that I can do. I can sit in my bedroom and people can ask me questions on live. It's called Vocal, and you know, it's like a radio show basically. Like people can type in questions and ask me questions, and then I can answer them live, and it has their name on it and everything. And what's his name there? Jack Films does it all the time when he does live shows, and it looks pretty brilliant. I like it. I like its layout. So I'm probably going to do one of those in the near future. But as for me, I'm almost home, guys. Gasoline is $1.25.7. So I'm going to head her home, and I'll talk to you guys when I get there. Peace. Alrighty, well, I'm home now, and this Canon camera's about to die, so I should shit my pants and quite possibly end the vlog here. So I'm going to go in the house, set this thing up. Yeah, this thing here only cost me 20 bucks for this case, so should be a decent case, I hope. But I'm going to shut her down here, guys. So, oh shit. Man, I got gas. I'm going to have to poop. If you like today's video, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit the like button, because you know me, I like it when you hit the like button. Lets me know you like the video, and I like that. Yeah! If you have any questions, comments, concerns about this video, you know where to leave them in the comment section below. And until next time, guys, keep on vlogging.